Okay, so my hair is unreasonably long. I have pretty much almost no layers in it anymore because it's been almost a year, I think, since I got it cut last. And now that my personal curl whisperer no longer lives close enough to come take care of my hair, I'm going to attempt it myself because I don't really have the money to spend on a salon right now. So let's see. Here I am. Oops. Yeah, it helps if you can see me. Here I am in the mirror. I'm going to pull my hair all the way forward. I'm going to brush it forward to do that kind of unicorn cut thingy, and we'll see what happens. Okay then, that looks very strange. We'll see what happens once I get this cut. Oh, I'm going to do this way. Okay then, so I've got most of it. Oh, and I can see now that I've missed some parts here that didn't go in, but I think they're too short to fit in the way I've got it pulled forward on my head. So yeah, and I've got some pieces that look like it needs to be cleaned up, so I will clean it up a little bit now. Okay, I think that's a little bit better. I think that's as good as it's going to get because my fingers don't really have the dexterity. I was trying to do it sitting down, and I had to do it standing up a little bit better, but that's as good as it's going to get, I think. So get the other one on. Okay, so the woman in the video that I was watching that has curly hair, she does it dry, but she also recommended getting the end of it wet. I got it wet because it was too frizzy before I put this second one in, hoping that it didn't get the hair a little weird. And probably a little off center too. Whatever. All right, I'm going to cut. So I'm going to cut from here. I'm going to go sideways. I'm going to take this, flatten it out like she said, and then go in this direction. In this direction. And yes, I have hair cutting shears. Okay, so that's what I cut off. Looks kind of funny there. And that's the hair in the sink. As I cut it, did I cut up? Yeah, get that out of the way. That's the hair that I cut off that's in the sink. I didn't really cut that much. Now, let's see what happens when I take this off. Okay, and get this angle a little bit better. That's still pretty long. I want it shorter than that. Okay, try it again. Okay, this is my second try with the ponytail thing, and this is still a little bit off here, so I'm going to take it out and put it back again. Hopefully I can get that part of it more even. I'm not sure why I can get that side silky, but this side's bumpy. Maybe because that hand's not as good. Okay, that side looks better now. This side, those sides look better, and yeah, that's relatively, I mean, it's a little scraggly looking, but it's not poofed. Okay, so here's the piece. I'm gonna put the other marker in. I don't want to go any shorter than my nose. Okay, let's see. So that's what I've got going on here. I'm going to take and cut through another almost inch off of here because I really want it to be a bit shorter. And I will, again, angle it, maybe do a little bit of the point cuts in there, and we'll see what happens. Okay, it's really strange to see how it looks. Okay, so you can't really see, I can't really see it from where I'm cutting, so that's really kind of awkward. I'm going to try and clean that up a little bit. So I guess that's a little bit better. Still kind of a strange little angle there. Maybe if I just flatten it out, that might be better. Okay, this is a really weird shot, but I'm trying to see if I can see it to be able to even it out. because it's definitely longer on one side than the other, and I'm not sure how to fix this. I can't manage the comb and the scissors at the same time. That's not working for me, so let's see, how does that look? Oh, that still needs to be evened out more. Of course, every which way you pull on that little bit there changes it. Still too much on this side, so let's see if I can get... Well, let's see how it looks when I take it out, because I don't know that I can do any better than that. Okay, here it goes. I'm going to do the pulling it out and see how it looks. Of course, at the moment, it's not curled because it's totally dry and I brushed it all, so let's see how the curls look after a shower. And that's about where I like that piece, those pieces in front too, so. Whoops. Okay, here we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Maybe a little longer than I need it to be. I kind of need a little bit shorter than that, but and the back feels to be about that length, maybe longer than that. So I'm not sure what to do with the back. Let's see. See if I can switch this so I can see behind me. Well, my glasses might help too. No. Yeah, it's still a bit longer than I wanted it to be in the back. I may try to figure out how to get the back shorter without being totally awkward. I can't angle this properly here. There, let's see. I want it shorter in the back. Well, let's wash and curl and see how much shorter it gets before I do that. Not bad though. At the moment, it looks okay. So let's see what happens after wash. Okay, for the unveiling. Let's see how I can get this with one hand. All right, so my hair is washed, and we'll see how the curls do. I'm gonna leave it without any product in it. Let me neaten this up a bit here. I should put my glasses on where I can actually see it. All right, let's see. I think the sides might be a little long still, but we'll see how they dry. And I might want to cut these a little bit shorter once I see how they lay when they dry. Not bad. Better than if I had hacked it the way I had planned. Not too much shorter, but I think short enough. Okay then. This is it dry. Not bad for self-cut, huh? Well, let's see how the rest of the back looks if I can do I'm trying to get that in there. There we go. I did do a little hacking of the bottom through here and back here after I had let it dry for a little bit, just because I wanted to make sure that I have, can't seem to get this right. Can I get, you know, it's not quite the same as when you've got mirrors, because when you've got mirrors, you're looking into the other mirror. There we go. So yeah, that's the sides. And now I've got this here. I would like to cut a bit and cut down along the face framing bangs area, but I'm not quite sure where to cut without getting it too short. So I'll have to see how that goes tomorrow. And I'll leave it for today. Yeah, that one's flipping up funny, so I'm afraid if I cut it again, it'll get shorter and flip up funny too. I'll try to even these out a bit. I think they're a little bit off after I trimmed them. And maybe face framing bangs a little bit better. I do like that. I'm not crazy about the fact that it got all dark now because I cut off all the red that was there. But I guess it'll show the gray better as it comes in. Not that I have much yet, but they're coming in eventually. Little bits and pieces show up every once in a while. So not too bad for cutting it myself. Not any help. So not as good as when my Curl Whisperer does it, but I love it. So bye. Well, I liked the way my hair looked last night. And this morning I woke up and looked at it again and thought it was really too full and too long still. Way too heavy looking. So I took the scissors to it and hacked spots. No idea how I did, and I won't until this dries. So this is the hair after I chopped it up a bit this morning. This side always tends to be a little hesitant to curl as well as the other, so that doesn't look off from its normal. I know it looks a little bit chopped, but let me get more light in here. And I know the shape isn't perfect. I've got scragglies all over because I can't really reach everything and get it to cut as well. Having two hands that don't cooperate, I could use a third. Now, let's see how the back looks. I think the back probably needs, oh, maybe I need to get the light out there. There we go. I think the back needs to be evened out. I think it's a little bit off, but as far as I can tell, of course it's hard on this, with this gray shirt here. As far as I can tell, it looks, oh yeah, it looks a little uneven. This is a little longer than the other. On the other side. I can always have Dawn even it out for me in the back where I can't reach. Shape-wise, it looks okay, I think. Yeah, so, except for this bit here, I think this bit here needs a little bit of a trim from the rest. And that one looks like it sticks out a bit. My hair usually takes a couple of washes before it gets back to its normal curl when it's been chopped that dramatically. So I guess this is pretty good for a crazy lady trying to cut her hair on her own, with some really interesting ways of doing it. The throwing it over the top into the unicorn style ponytail, and then deciding to just chop away at whatever curls I could. It's not as good as when my Curl Whisperer does it, but not too bad for me doing it myself and getting away without having to have somebody else do it for me. Okay, bye.